Welcome back, St. Lucia. Thank you for joining us. And if you just tuned in, you're watching This Morning right here on DBS with me, your host, Chayla Mendes. Of course, we're always giving you yet another reason to wake up in the morning. Now, Sunday, August 28th was Liberation Day. And of course, this was a fundraising concert where many musicians came together. So many people volunteered with one common goal. And that purpose was to raise funds for our brother, Lebo, who was recently diagnosed with cancer, and of course, to aid him with his treatment. So, of course, we at This Morning and DBS were present, so sit back, relax, and be prepared. We're going to show you the highlights of that amazing day and that movement for Lebo. Hey St. Lucia, so guess what? I was able to catch up with our boy Young DP, and again we're doing it for Lebo. And of course, you know, Young DP was doing his part, his share. He was manning the phone lines, helping to just reach out to people, so of course people can support the cause. How does it feel to be part of the For Lebo movement?
It feels good. It feels really interesting, really nice, because he showed so many artists really that platform and everything is to show much love, so much passion, and I feel really connected to him. Is like everything that he taught me from, like, I'm proud of you for what you did to your style, your music vibe, and just again, I'm proud of everything you do. So I say thank you so for everything. But it's all for Lebo, and I'm not staying right here on earth to just share that music around the world. And I'm blessing to everyone else, man. This is for you, for Lebo. So I'm there.
Right now I bounced up with Darity Williams. I like to call her Auntie Mommy. And then we have Stephen Dantes, an amazing poet, writer, a teacher, photographer, and we can go on. So I have two amazing people here, and of course they are out here showing their support for Lebo as well. So when you heard about this event tonight, how did it feel? How did it make you feel?
I was really happy. I mean, I knew musicians loved each other. I didn't know just how much they did. And this actually just shows the support that we can give each other. It is necessary and we need it. And I'm hoping this can be a stepping stone to what could happen for the future. Not just for musicians, but of course we do need our own. We need our own musicians union, our own society, and maybe even in ministry, who knows? But the point is, it just shows that we can get together when we need to.
All right, now we have Stephen here. What made you come out tonight?
Of course, we all know Lebo for music, but Lebo doesn't only produce music, he produces poetry as well, right? And the poem I did for the COP21 convention in Paris, Lebo was the one who produced it. So Lebo is family, right? And he's a creative soul that everybody who comes around him will tell you that the energy is just positive vibes.
Hey St. Lucia, guess what? So I have a trio here with me, three powerful people up and rising, and of course major players in our music industry here. And again, everything tonight is all for Lebo. I have Shemi J, I have Miguel from Vibes Production, you know, the music that just be wicked with him. Then we have Mysterio, of course, of Mysterio Music. So, you know, everybody's here showing support for Lebo and for the cause. Shemi, you know, how has it been for you and, you know, the event itself tonight?
Well, this event to me is a blessing. I mean, Lebo is a good and humble soul, and this is just a blessing, I must say. So big up to everyone who's coming, like, who came out to support. Big up to DBS, always supporting as well. Yes.
Great. Now, of course, we have Mysterio here. So Mysterio, too, is not a stranger to our music scene and has also personally worked with Lebo. How's your experiences with Lebo been?
Well, it's been very exciting. Learn a lot from him. He's been one to actually take suggestions as opposed to just only giving, and that's one thing I respect about him. He's not as if he's all up there. He's always humble and likes to work with whichever person he gets to work with.
Now, last but definitely not least, we have Miguel here from Vibes Production, another major music house here on the island. And Miguel, you know, how did you feel when you found out about the cause and the event tonight?
Well, I love the initiative that, you know, we coming together for a great man like Lebo. So I just love that vibe.
Now, you as a fellow producer, I know you've worked with Lebo as well. How have your encounters with him been?
Well, Lebo is a very humble, great spirit, like everybody's been saying. Lebo can deal with all types of egos. He just have that energy that you come there, it's a welcoming vibe. So it's very easy working with Lebo. It's just unfortunate what, you know, the situation had to happen to him, but he's a strong man.
Hey, St. Lucia, so I'm here with Ika and of course our boy MR. And again, it's all about the For Lebo movement, Lebo Strong. We're here at the Liberation concert. Both of these individuals are musicians. They've also performed tonight, so they are part of the cause. Ika, you've worked with Lebo. How has it been, your experiences with him?
Well, I started off a long time ago. Tempest for all the newbies out there. The veterans in the building from Tempest. And it's just been wonderful. From then, Lebo is such an inspirational person. And when you talk about getting deep into the song and trying to get a vibe out of you, especially when it comes to studio time, because that's where all the magic happens, in the studio. When it comes to that time, he will get it all out of you to get it on the track. And that's just why we come together, we stand together. And this has been a long time coming, you know. It's sad that it had to take that for us to come together, but it's still a wonderful thing that so many of us, since we split ways or, you know, whatever we've done with ourselves, we took today to come together and do it for Lebo. That's the most important thing.
Great. Now, of course, we have Michael Robinson here with us, who was also on stage, who's also worked with Lebo as well. You know, Living Life, you know, major hit as well. Has Lebo's hands graced that track as well. So how was your experience with him?
Well, I remember when I used to watch Ika on television, you know, Tempest, and wanting to be like Ika, like saying, you know what, I really wish I could have been up there with those guys. And I remember seeing Lebo come out with a black suit, you know, and saying, but who is that guy, you know? And I did my research, I messaged him, and he was so willing to work. And from that time, we've just been, you know, speaking and vibing music. It has been a great experience. I'm lost without him. You know, I feel like already I'm lost because, you know, when you're in studio, I mean, everything is just so natural and so easy going. He has a best interest in every artist, and I love him. I love you, Lebo.
Now listen, you know what? It's good. We're showing emotions here. Michael Robinson has a soft side, people. So guess what? Jacques Rosillet, representing For Lebo. Ezra, Mister, you know what? I never realized you were so tall, but For Lebo, I'm going to try and reach. Oh, thank you.
I'll help you out there already.
So tonight is Liberation Day, and you know what? We've caught up with Ezra, a big powerhouse here in our soca music as well. How did you feel about the movement tonight?
The movement is inspirational, and I mean it makes a lot of sense because Lebo in his own is an inspiration to a lot of us. The impact that he has had on all the artists, producers, musicians alike, it's a wonderful thing. And you know, I think Lebo is one of the only persons that could have actually brought all this together, and I'm just happy and blessed to be a part of this movement.
All right, great. Now, even with you know, this movement, I mean, it's showing so much solidarity. All musicians are coming together as well. You know, it doesn't stop just here on Liberation Day. So what do you have to say to anybody who maybe was not able to make it tonight? How can they still be a part of this For Lebo movement?
I mean, I know for one, I mean, you can still contribute in your own right, whatever it is. I know there's a bank account at, hey, don't throw my drink down.
Yeah.
Boy, like I was saying,
right now we're turning
upside down. There is a bank account at First National, guys. Please go and contribute. Lebo needs us at this point in time. You can also call right now and pledge. Yes.
452 Lebo.
And yeah, any way that you could reach out, we'd appreciate it greatly. It's all for Lebo, one of the solutions very own, you know, son of the soil.
That's right.
Now it's about nothing, boy.
All right, so of course, SC just jumped into the scene. I guess we got
just like that.
Video bomb.
I thought you're already vexed about all these tall guys. I have to bend down. Your turn now. Come down.
You're back at
Yeah, you'll need to come down for me too here.
Yes.
So SC, of course, was very instrumental and is very instrumental in this movement. That's how I really got to find out about it from my social media.
Right.
You know, seeing it come out right now, how does it feel?
Well, it feels amazing to know that we're doing it. I gotta go on stage right now, so I just want to say thank you everybody for supporting For Lebo, and just keep on doing what you're doing. We love you, Lebo, and we want to see you get better. Big up yourself.
Perfect. So here we have it. So many artists again doing it for Lebo. The energy is just amazing.
On a point of correction, the bank account is actually at First Caribbean.
Right.
I think I said First National, I'm not sure. blame Esteban for that.
Yeah, so we get it right. It's First Caribbean and St. Lucia. You can still do your part and be part of the movement. Hey St. Lucia, so guess what? That's only the beginning. We have so much more coming from the highlights of Liberation Day, the Libo concert. So don't go anywhere. Don't change your channel. We'll be right back. Good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you for coming back. You're watching This Morning, and I am your host, Chayla Mendez. We're right here on your leader, DBS. Now, we're going to continue with the highlights from the Liberation concert. In the first half, we saw a lot of the artists. Now we're going to get a few words from the organizers as well as other creators right here in St. Lucia. So I'm just catching up with even more amazing St. Lucian talent here. We have Logo from Dream Vision. We have our crew from Wavemaker. Of course, everybody is here again showing support for Libo. So, you know, when you heard about the initiative, how did that make you feel?
Well, yeah, when Sidil, Kami, they reached out, you know, about supporting, seeing what we can do. Straight away, without hesitation, we just wanted to play our part, use our reach on social media. Right now we're at the event, giving live uploads so that, you know, persons can see the performances that happen, just build up the hype to get persons to come down. So we've been doing that since afternoon, and just, you know, to document this, and just even for Libo to really be at his home, he can be online and he can see the pictures coming out of the event to see the type of support that is there for him right now.
All right, great. Now, of course, we have another beautiful soul here, and I cannot forget about her. We have Kimberly here as well, and she's out here supporting for Libo. So just seeing everything come together, how did it make you feel seeing the event actually take place today?
Well, it's really nice to see everybody coming out to support Libo in his time of need. It just shows how much love everybody has for him, and it's nice to see that we could help, we could do what we can, support, so whether it's monetary or just helping with our services.
Perfect. Now, you know, I'm going to put one person on the spot here. Logo, we know you're here showing your support, doing it for Libo as well. Obviously, you could have been anywhere else today. You can see how he's so shy, right? But he came out tonight. What made you come out this evening?
Well, I mean, Libo has been a very inspirational person in St. Lucia, so obviously it would have been right for me to come and support him, you know? But, you know, just put up the L for Libo, man, for Libo.
So people, of course, everybody, loads of people came out to the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, again, to support for Libo. I'm here with Kurtley, and he's having a good time, clearly. And he came out as well. How did you feel about the movement when you heard about the For Libo movement?
Well, I think it was a great initiative, and, you know, I've been a big fan of Libo's music from inception, you know what I mean? So, hey, we can't lose a man like that, you know? Yeah, so I'm still looking forward for two more, you know? So, Libo rise, man.
So St. Lucia, guess what? I could not have this episode air and not catch up with Christopher Hunt, who is a long time and a real close friend of Libo. I mean, with great events like Tempest as well, they were behind that. So, you know, I can only imagine how much this event right now means to you, but how does it feel to see it actually come to life?
Well, for me, what's most impressive about this is that we didn't ask anybody. People came on board. It's the first time ever for about 50, 60 years that musicians have been talking about coming together, that they literally put all their rivalries aside, all the petty jealousies. People that haven't spoken to each other for decades have been working together to make this happen. I must send a big shout out to all the service providers, guys that did sound like Angus, people like Arthur Tissot, Jericho that came around to help with sound, all of the service providers, Double, Flow, Digicel, Lime, Banker, St. Lucia, First Citizens, and most times people call out sponsors. It's just a kiss butt, but we literally could not have done it without them literally giving this to us. Everything from Government of St. Lucia, Sports St. Lucia Inc., Stadium, Darren Sammy has been coming along with us every step of the way, and all of the artists that have come, contributed and rehearsed for free, practiced for free, dance troops like Silver Shadow and Visual Impact Dance Academy. It's an unprecedented thing that could only have happened because of Libo.
Great, and you know, that is something that is really overwhelming to see, and it's beautiful just to see all this solidarity, people coming together for this one cause. And you know, this one individual clearly has made such an impact, even persons who didn't even really know him, to even feel that they'd want to just come out and volunteer. So I think for me too, this is one of the most amazing things to see. And one key thing people keep saying is how positive he is, and even right now too, he keeps posting on social media, and it's like mind over matter and positive energy. How has your personal experiences with Lebo as well been?
Lebo and I have had almost a battle of personalities. Lebo's a good guy and I'm the bad guy. I'm sure everybody can attest to that. And I've had my way of dealing with people, and he has had his way of dealing with people. And I've often lamented that I thought that people took advantage of him. And every time we got into those debates, he always said, do good. He never said do good so it'll come back to you. He just said do good. And when this happened, I have never seen a more amazing display of strength than the way that he faced up to it. He said that when he got the diagnosis, within 3 days, he literally said, half an hour he was down. Half an hour he was down. That would have held me down for months. And he literally just said, okay, he's leading prayers, not for himself, but praying for others. He's doing positive things for others. Even when people came to see him, he was counseling and consoling them. And even now, he continues to lead. Because all of this that's happening, it has never happened before. He's the only person in the music business that is universally liked by everyone. And that in St. Lucia is near impossible.
Perfect. Well, listen, everybody, Liberation Day is amazing. It's great to see the support, but remember, beyond today, this continues. So you can also be part of the cause, do something good, each one help one. You don't need to personally know him to reach out and help. It's just about spreading the good vibrations. He's pushed his energy out, and clearly we can see his ripple is coming back to him, and it's an amazing event right now. Christopher, thank you so much for being here with us as well. And make sure you do your part as well.
Yeah, I would like to tell everybody, there are people who have come out and said, why Lebo? What makes Lebo so special? For us, it's because we know the impact on on our lives. We also know that there are a lot of people that don't know the almost 1,000 songs that he has done that have covered literally up to this carnival, and then he continued to work. But what people need to realize is that we are trying to make a template so that we can, in the future, people can say, how do you organize crowdfunding events, everything? How do you start a movement for change to help somebody save a life? So we hope that once we're done with this, once we have gotten Lebo back to good health, it'll take a while, but we hope so, that once that is done, others can follow suit and do just like us.
Perfect. So as you can see, it is for a greater cause, and why not just keep pushing positivity? So remember, it's for Lebo. So guess what, St. Lucia? I'm so pleased that I was able to catch up with Mrs. De Lima. We are right here in the call center where all the action and the pledges are coming in. And, you know, just seeing this event come together tonight and actually, you know, just being brought to life, how does it make you feel?
Well, the family and Lebo are very flattered that people actually came together. That created a kind of bond that maybe people have never seen before. And we're so happy that they were able to come out and support Lebo, especially me, because the cry of the wife is more silent, but you have to be there to support the family. And I'm the one with the silent prayer, you know. So we're happy that, you know, it's going to be possible to for him to get additional treatments, which is really expensive.
Perfect. And listen, you know, even with this, like you said, so many people have come together. I'm also overwhelmed, and it's just amazing to see that camaraderie and people coming together for this one cause too. Now, I mean, even Lebo himself, I'm sure he must be surprised just to see so many people, not just those that he reached directly, but even for the amount of people that we've interviewed that he's indirectly impacted. It is just absolutely amazing.
Yes, and he believes, he's still so humble. That's the type of person he is. So he would think, you know, why all these people came out for me. That's the first thing he would think about. That's because that's his personality. That's basically Lebo. He would continuously say, that was for me. The same thing at the hospital. A bunch of people came in, formed a bloco, and he would say, all these people came there for me. That's basically what he was saying all along.
Well, listen, this is part of why we're doing it. It's all for Libo. So humble, so positive, and it's clearly reflecting. So remember, beyond tonight, Liberation Night, it still continues, and you can do your part. So go out and pledge. Head out to the CIBC branches near you. Of course, the number is on screen, so you can still continue to be part of the movement. Again, we're doing it for Libo.